Aaliyah Pyatskowit, and I will be reading Eagle Boy. Long ago, a boy was walking one day when he found a young eagle had fallen from its nest. He picked that eagle up and brought it home and began to care for it. He made a place for it to stay, and each day he went out and hunted for rabbits and other small game to feed it. His mother asked him why he no longer came to work in the fields and help his family. "I must hunt for this eagle," the boy said. So it went on for a long time, and the eagle grew large and strong as the boy hunted and fed it. Now it was large enough to fly away if it wished, but it stayed with the boy who had cared for it so well. The boy's brothers criticized him for not doing his part to care for the cornfields and the melon fields, but Eagle Boy did not hear them. He cared only for his bird. Even the boy's father, who was an important man in the village, began to criticize him for not helping. But still the boy did not listen. It was that the boy's brothers and his older male relatives came together and decided that they must kill the eagle. They decided that they would do so when they returned from the fields on the following day. When Eagle Boy came to his bird's cage, he saw that the bird sat there with its head down. He placed a rabbit he had just caught in the cage, but the eagle did not touch it. "What is wrong, my eagle?" the boy said. The eagle spoke, even though it had never spoken before. "My friend, I cannot eat because I am filled with sorrow," said the eagle. "Why are you troubled?" said the boy. "It is because of you," said the eagle. "You have not done your work in the fields. Instead, you have spent all your time caring for me. Now your brothers and older male relatives have decided to kill me so that you will again return to your duties in the village. I have stayed here all of this time because I love you, but now I must leave. When the sun rises tomorrow, I will fly away and never come back." "My eagle," said the boy, "I do not wish to stay here without you. You must take me with you." "My friend, I cannot take you with me," said the eagle. "You would not be able to find your way through the sky. You would not be able to eat raw food." "My eagle," said the boy, "I cannot live here without you." So he begged the eagle, and at last the great bird agreed. "If you are certain, then you may come with me, but you must do as I say. Come to me at dawn after the people have gone down to their fields. Bring food to eat on our long journey across the sky. Put the food in pouches so you can sling over your shoulders. You must also bring 2 strings of bells and tie them to my feet." That night the boy filled pouches with blue corn, wafer bread, and dried meat and fruits. He made up 2 strings of bells, tying them with strong raw hide. The next morning, after the people had gone down to the field, he went to the eagle's cage and opened it. The eagle spread his wings wide. "Now," he said to Eagle Boy, "tie the bells on my feet and then climb onto my back and hold on to the base of my wings." Eagle Boy climbed on, and the eagle began to fly. It rose higher and higher in slow circles above the town, above the fields. The bells on the eagle's feet jingled, and the eagle sang, and the boy sang with it. "Lee-ee-ee, hoo-lee-ee-ee, push-shish, la-qua-ah-ah." So they sang, and the people in the fields below heard them singing, and they heard the sounds of the bells Eagle Boy had tied to the eagle's feet. They all looked up. "They are leaving," the people said. "They are leaving." Eagle Boy's parents called up to him to return, but he could not hear them. The eagle and the boy rose higher and higher in the sky until they were only a little speck, and then they were gone from the sight of the village people. The eagle and the boy flew higher and higher until they came to an opening in the clouds. They passed through it and came out into the skyland. They landed there on a turquoise mountain where the eagle people lived. Eagle Boy looked around the sky world. Everything was smooth and white and as clean as clouds. "Here is my home," the eagle said. He took the boy into the city in the sky, and there were eagles all around him. They looked like people, for they took off their wings and their clothing of feathers when they were in their homes. The eagle people made a coat of eagle feathers for the boy and taught him to wear it and to fly. It took him a long time to learn, but soon he was able to circle above the land just like the eagle people, and he was an eagle himself. "You may fly anywhere," the old eagle told him, "anywhere except the south. Never fly to the southland." All went well for Eagle Boy in his new life. One day, though, as he flew alone, he wondered what it was that was so terrible about the south. His curiosity grew, and he flew further and further toward the south. Lower and lower he flew, and now he saw a beautiful city below with people dancing around red fires. "There is nothing to fear here," he said. He flew lower still. Closer and closer he came, drawn by the red fires, until he landed. The people greeted him and drew him into the circle. He danced with them all night, and then when he grew tired, they gave him a place to sleep. When he woke the next morning, he looked around. He saw that the fires were gone. The houses no longer seemed bright and beautiful. All around him there was dust, and in the dust there were bones. He looked for his cloak of eagle feathers, wanting to fly away from this city of the dead, but it was nowhere to be found. Then the bones rose up and came together. There were people made of bones all around him. He rose and began to run, and the people made of bones chased him. Just as they were about to catch him, he saw a badger. "Grandson," the badger said, "I will save you." Then the badger carried the boy down into the hole, and the bone people could not follow him. "You have been foolish," the badger said. "You did not listen to the warning the eagles gave you. Now that you have been in this land in the south, they will not allow you to live with them anymore." Then the badger showed Eagle Boy the way back to the city of eagles. It was a long journey, and when the boy reached the eagle city, he stood outside the high white walls. The eagles would not let him enter. You have been to the southland," they said. "You can no longer live with us." At last, the boy had raised took pity on him. He brought the boy an old and ragged feathered cloak. "With this cloak you may reach the home of your own people," he said, "but you can never return to our place in the sky." So the boy took the cloak of tattered feathers. His flight back down to his people was a hard one. He almost fell many times. When he landed on the earth in his village, the eagles flew down and carried off his feathered cloak. From then on, Eagle Boy lived among his people, though he lifted his eyes and watched whenever eagles soared overhead. He shared in the work in the fields, and his people were glad to have him among them. The end.